Everyone thinks the Caribbean starts where your passport gets stamped, but here's the weird part. Some of the most Caribbean-looking water in America is hiding inside Florida and almost nobody talks about it. Seriously, you could be standing in sand so white it's blinding, staring at water so blue it looks fake, and you never even left the country. So why is nobody talking about this? Maybe it's because these places aren't in your average vacation brochure. Maybe it's because you have to work a little harder to get there. Or maybe, people just don't believe that Florida can look this unreal, but trust me, I've seen it, I've felt the sand, I've jumped in that water, and it's not just hype. Today, I'm taking you to 6 spots in Florida that feel so much like the Caribbean, you'll want to double-check your GPS. These are the places your friends don't know about, the places you won't find with a quick Google, the kind of spots that make you feel like you've discovered a glitch in the Matrix. Ready? Let's go. First up, Dry Tortugas National Park. This is where the whole idea of hidden paradise gets serious. Picture this, you're 70 miles into the Gulf of Mexico, surrounded by nothing but crystal clear water, and the only way to get here is by boat, or seaplane. Yeah, you heard that right, no bridges, no causeways, just open ocean and you. The moment you step onto the sand, it doesn't feel like Florida anymore. It's wild, it's raw. The color of the water is that electric turquoise you see in travel ads for the Bahamas. But here, there's nobody selling you overpriced coconuts, just the sound of waves and maybe a couple of pelicans diving for breakfast. And here's the kicker. Wait, did you know this place is closer to Cuba than Miami? Seriously, look at a map. It's basically the end of America, and the edge of something totally different. Fort Jefferson, this massive old brick fortress, just sits out here like a time capsule. It's bizarre. You climb up, look out over the water, and it's just endless blue in every direction. There's a weird feeling, like you stumbled onto a movie set that nobody else has found. And the snorkeling? Unreal. I've seen barracuda, sea turtles, schools of fish that look like confetti exploded underwater. Every time I dive in, it's like jumping into a screensaver. But what really gets me is the silence. Out here, you hear the wind, the water, maybe the distant splash of a fish. It's quiet, in that way that makes you realize how loud the rest of the world is. Getting here isn't easy, you have to plan, you have to commit. But the remoteness? That's what makes it feel so Caribbean. It's not just a beach, it's an adventure. Most people will never see this place, most people won't even try. But if you want the real, raw, untouched Caribbean vibe, this is where you start. Now, let's talk about Peanut Island. I know what you're thinking. This can't be a real place, but it's just 5 minutes from Palm Beach. 5 minutes. That's shorter than your average coffee run. You hop on a little water taxi, and suddenly you're somewhere else. The water here is this insane shade of blue, like somebody cranked the saturation all the way up. It's got this secret lagoon vibe. Calm, protected. You can swim, you can snorkel, you can just float and do nothing. And the weirdest part, it's shockingly under the radar. Think about this. You could be swimming in water this blue, and almost nobody would know. You're surrounded by palm trees, soft sand, and the kind of clear water that makes you want to just dive in, camera in hand. There are hidden little spots all over the island, tiny beaches, mangrove tunnels. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, except every page is paradise. I've kayaked here, I've camped here. At sunset, it's just you, the water, and the sky turning every color you can imagine. There's even a random Cold War bunker here. Yeah, for real. JFK's personal fallout shelter. It's weird, it's a little creepy, and it just adds to the whole secret island vibe. Most people in Palm Beach are thinking about luxury hotels and fancy brunch. Meanwhile, Peanut Island just sits here, waiting for someone to notice. It's wild how close you are to everything, but when you're here, it feels like you're 1,000 miles away. That's the magic trick. In a city that's all about being seen, this is the place that's hiding in plain sight. If you want to feel like you've found your own private Caribbean, but you only have an afternoon, this is it. On to Caladesi Island. Here's the truth. Most Floridians have never even set foot here. It's always overshadowed by the chaos of Clearwater Beach. But if you want powdery white sand and water so clear, you can see your toes at 6 feet deep, this is the place. Getting there is part of the adventure. You can take a ferry, or you can paddle a kayak through winding mangrove trails. Seriously, it's like a secret passageway to another world. Every time I do it, it feels like I'm sneaking into a nature documentary. Once you step onto the sand, everything slows down. There's no boardwalk, no loud music, none of that. Just space, room to breathe, room to think. It's the kind of beach where you can find your own little patch and not see another soul for hours. The sand here is soft, almost fluffy, and so white it almost hurts your eyes when the sun's out. I've seen beaches all over the world, but this one, it's in my top 5, no question. The water. Unreal. It's that Caribbean blue-green, and it stays calm even when the rest of the Gulf is choppy. Great for swimming, great for just floating and forgetting what day it is. Wildlife here is everywhere if you look. Ospreys, dolphins, sometimes even sea turtles popping up for a quick hello. It's the kind of place that makes you want to put your phone down and just watch. And the best part? It's never crowded. I've been here on weekends when nearby beaches are packed, and Caladesi is still chill. It's like everyone else forgot it exists. If you want a break from the noise, if you want to feel like you found your own slice of the Caribbean, Caladesi is waiting. Bahia Honda State Park is where things start to get a little surreal. There's this old broken bridge, iconic, dramatic, sticking out over water so blue, you'll question if you're still in the US. Seriously, you'll drive over the Keys and when you hit this spot, you'll just stop. Walking along the sand, you get this sense of space. The beach is wide, the water is shallow for what feels like forever. That classic turquoise Bahamas color? It's here. It's real. And it's begging you to jump in. The old bridge itself is wild. You can walk up, get a view that stretches for miles in every direction, and it's just water. Water everywhere. The sun glints off the waves, and it's like someone turned up the brightness on the whole world. And snorkeling here is next level. The shallow water means you see everything. Starfish, conchs, the occasional stingray gliding by. It's peaceful, it's hypnotic, and it's a reminder that you don't have to leave America to get this level of wow. This isn't the crowded Key West scene. It's quieter, more personal, families spread out, couples just soaking up the sun. There's a sense of calm, of escape, that you don't get in bigger parks. I've spent hours here just walking, taking it all in. Every time I think I've seen it all, I find something new. A hidden trail, a patch of wildflowers, a perfect shell. It's easy to forget where you are. The palm trees, the breeze, the smell of salt in the air. It's a total sensory reset, and all you had to do was drive a little farther than everyone else. If you want to feel like you've been transported to the Bahamas, but your phone still says Verizon, this is your spot. Blowing Rocks Preserve isn't your typical Florida beach. Forget palm trees and endless sand. This place is all about drama. Picture a shoreline made of jagged limestone cliffs, waves crashing in, water spraying 10 feet in the air. It's like the Caribbean decided to get a little wild. The water here is crystal clear. On a calm day it's a perfect blue-green, total postcard material. But when those waves hit, boom, it's a show. The rocks literally blow water through holes and you get these geysers shooting up along the shore. Most people drive right past and have no idea what they're missing. It's tucked away near Jupiter, behind a wall of sea grapes and mangroves. You park, you walk a little trail, and then, suddenly, there it is. Like you found a secret level in a video game. Walking along the rocks you feel small. In a good way. Nature kind of reminds you that it's in charge here. The sea breeze, the salt spray, the sound of waves slamming into stone. It's intense. And totally unforgettable. This isn't the spot for sunbathing, it's for exploring, for grabbing your camera, for seeing Florida the way almost nobody ever does. I've spent mornings here, just watching the sunrise hit the rocks, watching the ocean do its thing. If you look close, you'll spot tiny sea creatures, shells wedged in the cracks, little pools with fish darting around. It's wild, it's weird, and it's beautiful. And when the tide comes in, stand back. The boom of water through the rocks is something you have to feel for yourself. If you want your Florida Caribbean with a side of adrenaline, this is the place. Here's the strange thing about Florida's Gulf Coast. Most beaches are nice, calm water, soft sand, good sunsets, the usual brochure stuff, but Cayo Costa Island feels like somebody accidentally dropped a Caribbean island just offshore and forgot to mention it. This place sits off the coast of southwest Florida near Fort Myers, and it's basically 9 miles of untouched, wild, perfect beach. No hotels, no cars, just you, the sand, and the sound of the wind in the sea oats. Getting here? You need a ferry, a private boat, or, if you're feeling really adventurous, a kayak. The first time I came here, I couldn't believe it was real. It's so quiet. You walk for miles and see nothing but sand dollars and driftwood. The water is that calm, clear blue you see in old postcards. And the sunsets? They feel like the world is ending in the most beautiful way possible. Camping here is an experience. At night, you can hear the ocean from your tent, see the stars like you're in the middle of nowhere, and wake up to sunrise over the Gulf. It's not just a beach trip, it's an escape from everything. There's wildlife everywhere. Dolphins swim just offshore, manatees show up in the shallows. I've even seen sea turtles nesting in the sand. It's like nature's reminder that places like this still exist. During the day, you can find hidden coves, go shelling, or just float in water so clear you can count your toes. There's this sense of peace, of space, that's almost impossible to find anywhere else. Most people never make it out here. They stick to the mainland, the easy beaches. But Cayo Costa? It rewards the explorers, the people willing to go just a little bit farther. If you want the Caribbean, no passport, no crowds, just pure, wild paradise, this is your spot. Missing places like this isn't just a travel mistake, it's a life regret with sunscreen. Let's break it down. Florida isn't just theme parks and crowded beaches, it's secret islands, wild water, moments that feel so epic you'll wish you hit record. These spots, they're not just hidden, they're waiting for someone willing to look. If you made it this far, you're clearly not the average tourist. You're the explorer, the one who wants stories nobody else can tell. That's what these places give you. Every trip is a story, every beach a memory you can't get from a postcard. I've been to the Caribbean. I've been to these Florida spots. Sometimes, I honestly can't tell the difference. Quick tip, subscribe now. Because the best adventures are the ones you almost miss, and the best stories are the ones you share. See you out there.